Okay, so now we're going to do multiplication and division problems, right? So first I want to review multiplying fractions. Okay. Hopefully everyone should know this, but right when you're multiplying fractions, it should look something like you multiply the tops and you multiply the bottoms straight across, right? Or if you want to get technical, the numerators and the denominators. Okay, so like doing this without variables. Right, if we are going to multiply these fractions, right, we're just going to multiply the top straight across. So 2 times 1 is 2. Multiply the bottom straight across. 4 times 3 is 12. 2 twelfths. And then hopefully you remember how to simplify, but if not, that's okay. We will review it and do it with variables next week. Okay. So then we do it maybe with variables. Multiply the top straight across, so x times x is x squared, right? 5 times 2 is 10, so that's that. Right, we're just multiplying these fractions. So what if you have something like this, 1/5 times 2? Well, you can make any whole number a fraction, right? Any whole number can be written as a fraction. The way we do that is just by putting it over 1, right? So if you think of what 2 is, right, we have the number 2. If I divide 2 by 1, what do I get? I get 2, right? So that means the whole number 2 is equal to the fraction 2 over 1. So I can put any number, make it a fraction by putting it over 1. Okay, so let's rewrite this. So that's essentially how you make it a fraction, and then it's just multiply the tops, multiply the bottoms. So we get 2/5. Okay. So then I want you to think, what number multiplied by 4 equals 1, right? So x times 4 equals 1. What is this number x? Do you know what that is? And we'll give you like some time to think about it. So that would be 1/4. Right, so 1/4 times 4 will give me 1, right? If we test this out, so first of all, I'm going to turn my 4 into a fraction. Okay, so it's 4 over 1. I multiply the tops, I get 4. I multiply the bottoms, I get 4. And what is a number over itself? What is 4 divided by 4? That's just 1, right? So let's try this again. What if I have the number 1/3? What can I multiply that by so that I also get 1 at the end? Well, if we kind of follow this pattern here, you see I had a 4 down here at the bottom, so let's put the 3 at the top. I can make it a fraction. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. And then what's 3 divided by 3? 1. To make it a little bit more complicated, 4 over 7, but if we kind of look at the pattern here, 1 over 3 versus 3 over 1, 1 over 4 versus 4 over 1, let's try and just flip the fraction. 4 over 7 times 7 over 4. So we get 28 over 28, which what equals 1. Okay. This is called the reciprocal Okay, so that's the inverse of a number. Okay, so any number multiplied by its reciprocal is 1. Okay. 1. So let's just think of some reciprocals. So we had 4. What's the reciprocal of 4? 1/4, right? If we have 3, what was the reciprocal of 3? 1/3. What's the reciprocal of 4/7? 7/4. What's the reciprocal of x over 3? 3 over x. Okay, hopefully you're seeing the pattern, right? And if it helps, you can always make the whole numbers fractions. You might even see kind of more complex ones. Let's say you have x plus 3. This is just a number, right? X plus 3. X is a number, we just don't know it yet, and then we add 3 to it. So it's still just a number, so I can have that number over 1. Okay, and its reciprocal is just going to be 1 over x plus 3. Okay. How about the reciprocal of x? Okay, if we remember, we put it over 1, so the reciprocal of x should be 1 over x. This reciprocal of 1 over y squared will be y squared over 1, or you can just say y squared. Either way, it's the same thing. Okay. The only tricky one is 0. Okay, so when you try and write 0 as a fraction, right, let's think about what would the reciprocal be. 1 over 0. Do you remember what happens when you try and divide by 0? You get undefined, right? Because it's not possible to divide something into nothing, right? I can't turn, this is not like magic, this is still math, and it's still bound by like the laws of physics. So I can't divide something into non-existence. This is not possible. It's called undefined. So therefore, the only number without a reciprocal is 0. And you think about it too, you can't multiply anything by 0 to get 1, right? Anything remember the 0 property rule? Multiplied by 0 equals 0, right? So I can't multiply any number by 0 and get 1. It's just not possible because of this 0 product rule, this property, right? So that's why it has no reciprocal. That's just a weird, tricky one, but otherwise you can find the reciprocal for any number. To how we are applying using the reciprocal to solving equations.